Okay, so I guess before you start, just wanted to tell you a little about Vaikunta Ekadasi. Many of you might know this, but anyway, for those of you who don't. So before we look at what is the significance of Vaikunta Ekadasi, first we need to talk about what is Ekadasi. So basically in the Hindu calendar, the lunar month is divided into 30 days of the lunar month is divided into two parts. And the first part is called Shukla Paksha, which means the brightening phase of the moon. So basically, it is the day after Amavasa, which is called Pratipada, and it goes all the way up to Paurnami, including Paurnami. So this is the phase, Shukla Paksha, where the moon is getting brighter day by day. So Shukla in Sanskrit is white, so it is sort of increasing day by day. The second phase is called Krishna Paksha, which is the opposite, which is the darkening phase of the moon. So day by day, the moon's brightness is getting less and less. So Krishna Paksha starts the day after Paurnami, full moon, and it goes up to and including Amavasa, which is the new moon. Now, within these 15 days, that's why we get the word fortnight, right? Within the 15 days, the first day of a phase is called Pratipada, second day is Dvitiya, third is Tritiya, and then it goes on as Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dasami. And Ekadasi is the 11th day. So the Ekadasi is the 11th day in each of the phases within a lunar month. So Ekadasi will occur twice in a lunar month, one during the Krishna Paksha, which is the phase where the moon is getting less bright. And then you'll have another Ekadasi during Shukla Paksha, which is when the moon is increasing. So generally the Ekadasis that come in Shukla Paksha, the bright half of the month, they're considered to be more auspicious. And typically Ekadasi is observed as a day of partial or full fasting. Fasting, of course, has its health benefits. Basically, you're giving your digestive system a rest and also allowing time for your organs to reset their operations. Now, if you look at nowadays, even all the white guys and the Western people, this intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting, that's become a big fad right now, a big trend, all the way from weight loss to managing diabetes and sugar. You go to all the YouTube health channels, you'll see they'll talk about the fasting. But I guess our rishis from those days itself had figured out that if you do fasting in Ekadasi at least twice a month, you'll be doing the fasting and get the health benefits. So basically the fast starts on the night of the 10th day, which is Dasami, and then lasts till the morning of the 12th day, which is Dwadasi. And also they say that on Ekadasi, the mind tends to wander less and is more at ease. Because as you know, the moon does affect the mind. So that's why sometimes during full moon, the moon will have a lot of effect on your mind, positive and negative. So they say on Ekadasi that the mind tends to wander less and it's more at ease. So not only should you fast on that day, but Ekadasi should be spent in prayers and reading the scriptures. Now, if you look at all the Ekadasis, the most auspicious one is the one that is the Shukla Paksha Ekadasi that occurs in the month of Margasirsha, which is in Tamil we call it the Margari Masam. This Ekadasi is also called Vaikunta Ekadasi or Moksha Ekadasi. The Margari Masam itself is probably one of the most auspicious month. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, of all the months, I am Margashirsha or Margari Masam. So within that, to have Shukla Paksha Ekadasi is even more auspicious. So why do they call it Vaikunta or Moksha Ekadasi? There's basically a story in the Puranas about this. So at the end of the deluge at Pralayam, Sriman Narayana was lying on the Vatapatra or the leaf of the peepal tree. He then created Brahma, the four-faced one, to create the human beings. So Brahma begins to create the living beings and his ego takes over and he forgets his source, which is Sriman Narayana. Then to teach Brahma a lesson, the Lord lets two asuras arise from his own body called Lokan and Kantakan. They both attack Brahma, and when Brahma finds his own life at peril, he thinks of Sriman Narayana. The Lord then rescues Brahma from the two demons. He also grants a boon to the two demons. The demons pray to Sriman Narayana and ask him to grant them the favor of battling with him for a month, and then allow them to reach his lotus feet. The Lord not only fulfills their wishes and also bestows upon them the status of eternal Nityasuris or attendants in Vaikuntham. When the two demons get moksham and when they reach Vaikuntham, they glorify the Lord and thank the Lord for letting them through the northern gate of the eternal abode on the Sukla Paksha Ekadasi day. In order for everyone to remember them and this day, they also request the Lord to bless so that whichever human being enters through the northern gate of any of the consecrated temples of the Lord in this earth on the Sukla Paksha Ekadasi day in the month of Margari, they should all attain the Lord's eternal abode of Sri Vaikuntham at the end of their life. Sri Narayana bestowed that boon to them. From that day on, the Sukla Paksha Ekadasi in the month of Margari came to be known as Moksha Ekadasi or Sri Vaikunta Ekadasi. In Sri Rangam, this is a very special day linked to Moksham, and Lord Ranganatha enters the Vaikunta Vasal to enact the role of a Jivan that desires to gain Moksham. Anyone who follows Lord Ranganatha through that northern gate at Srirangam, Paramapada Vasal, on this day is sure to attain moksha. Some other significant things that happened on this day. The Bhagavad Gita, some schools believe that the Bhagavad Gita was taught by Lord Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra on the Shukla Paksha Ekadasi day in Margari Masam, Vaikunta Ekadasi. The other significant event is the churning of the Milky Ocean. So this is the day when the Kshirasagara was churned for nectar to find Amritam. So before the Amritam came, what all came out of it? First, there was poison that came out, which Lord Shiva swallowed and held in his neck. That is why he's called Neelakanta, the one with a blue neck. After that came Kamadhenu, the wish-fulfilling cow, followed by Uchchaishravas, the horse, Airavatam, the elephant that becomes Indra's elephant, Kalpa Vriksham, the wish-fulfilling tree, Apsaras, the Kaustuba Mani, and the Parijata Pushpam all came as a result of the churning. After that, the most exalted auspicious thing happened, which is the appearance of Mahalakshmi from the Kshirasagara. After Mahalakshmi appeared, Bhagavan Dhanavantri appeared thereafter with the Amrita Kalasham holding the Amritam. That is why if you, in the Dhanavantri mantram that we chant during the bhajan, there's one line that says, Amrita Kalasha Hastaya, the one who is hand is holding the Kalasham or the pot of Amrita or nectar. The third thing that's significant on this day is there's something called Adhyana Utsavam that happens in all Sri Vaishnava temples. This Utsavam lasts for 20 days. Usually it starts on the first day of the Sukla Paksha in Margari and it goes on for 21 days, In this 21 days, the whole Divya Prabandha Pasurams are all chanted. All the 4,000 verses are chanted during this 21 days. The first 10 days of the Utsavam happens in the daytime and it's called Pagalpattu. The second 10 days happens in the night and it's called Irapattu. So the Vaikunta Ekadasi day is the first day of the Irapattu, that it is the start of the Irapattu phase of this festival. So, and then the festival ends on the 21st day with the ritual of Namarvar attaining the moksha. So there's just some background on Vaikunta Ekadasi day. So I think it's a very auspicious day, and it's good we'll all be chanting Lakshmi Ashtotram and Vishnu Sahasranama. and pray to Tayar and Perumal to grant us moksham at the end of this life. Thank you.